Hey, everybody. Ah, breathe that air. You know what that is, right? It's the smell of pt510. We've actually done it. We've gotten there. We've done it. We're not without problems. In fact, we have a lot of problems. I don't like it when we're checking for consistency. I'm always consistent. Oh, alright. Worked out. There was a patch today. And I wonder how much of my factory it just broke. I'm going to say none. Look at this. Look at this. Pi 3. Look at that right there. We haven't completely finished all this yet. I don't trust it at all. We have to watch it for a while, and we have bigger problems. So let's just build factory. Let's just build the factory. Pi 2 outserter looking for mill science. I can help that. Come here, Pi 2 outserter. There you go. Yeah, join the club. Pi 2. Alright, good. Bodo's cage vent is going the wrong way. Oh, this one's bad. This is why science is stopped right now. Well, one of the many reasons. We have decided to process Bodos up here, and we made this Bodos processor, and we completely screwed it up. Hey, look at that going the wrong way. Hey, look at this going the wrong way. And we'd completely blocked everything. And that, I don't even want to know what that goo is. That better not be bladders. I need those. Alright, so there we go. This is now going again. Maybe it's okay, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, don't think about that. Yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I only got half the barrels that I thought for propolis. Yeah, I kind of replayed that, what I did in my head. And I said the right numbers, and I intended to deliver the right numbers. But then I realized I didn't do that. Here, let's get rid of these bees. We got inventory problems. I got to put the bees back in the bee juicers. Way up here. Congratulations, guys. You are on an accelerated schedule. All of the joy of the destination without any of the time on the ride. Does it seem fair? Well, you shouldn't be Arquads then. Arquads deserve everything they get. True facts. I know what they do to those ponies. I know, it's just, I can never unknow what they do to those ponies. The factory, sometimes. Alright. Let's go take more barrels to propolis maker. So right now, I only put in half as many as I thought I did. It's all concentrated in wax in the moment. Everything's jammed. And a big old traditional and everything is ruined. Alright, there you go. Make propolises, please. And then this is probably okay. We have to inspect all of this again. Not right now. Done. And then T-butyl is having a problem. And that acetaldehyde is rotting out. And there's no, I didn't account for that in these machines. So once again, spoilage, ruining my life. That is a spoiled barrel. And you can't just take that and put that right there. One of the very few times when Factorio is missing a trick, in my opinion. You know, usually it's such a well-made game, like shockingly well-made. However, this is an area in which they can improve. There you go. Now we have to just take this, and each one of you gets a barrel outserter. You'll even be powered. Maybe. There. Okay. So the barrel outserters are now going, and they're used with preference right here. And that is good. Alright. Kind of missed that when I did this. Now T-butyl will start going again. Yes. Okay. And then a lot of other stuff will go on the other side of that. All right, good. Saline water is ruining everything. You're up. Oops, had to pause there. Had an emergency uh emergency bug report come in from people watching on the premiere. I had a whale, this whale in fact, and this whale did not have whale hungry interrupt. Well, good thing that hasn't been a problem for a while. I need a whole bunch of mixers. I suppose I should plug this every day in the morning Eastern US time, when I can be at my desk, like right now. I do a YouTube premiere and I chat with people as the video plays. Might not be convenient for really anybody, but it's something that happens and some people enjoy it, and maybe you will too. But we have to deal with saline water for right now. What do we do? Saline water is currently out. No saline, no seaweed, no fertilizer, no anything. No Renea, no oleochemicals, no iron. Basically, no saline water, no anything. And I don't know if what I'm about to do is a good thing or not, but it should be balanced. Look at all this salt. Look at all this salt. This comes from a salt mine way over here. And it's supposed to be used in industry, but right now industry is stopped. It makes 50 a second, essentially. And there's another one right there that does 50 a second. That's 100 saline a second if the factory isn't running right. So there should be some sort of like push-pull with this, right? Output priority to that side. We want the factory to run first and foremost. But we also want emergency saline, right? So this is 50 a second at max. Oh, and this is the wrong spacing. And if you guys are all making saline water, and it's not going to be total, because there's going to be time saline. Really? I thought these were mixers. Saline water with salt in a washer. Oh, excuse me. You cannot wash something in a mixer. You can only mix a thing in a mixer. Washing is, and don't try to scrub it. Don't wet scrub it. That wouldn't work. That would be bad. That would bring the end of society as we know it. No. You gotta get a washer. All right. The principle is the same. So what I'm going to do here is I talked about making opportunistic salt from saline water overflow. Now I'm doing the opposite. I'm making opportunistic saline from salt overflow. And we're going to do this on both these lines. I'm going to make a pattern here. And then we're going to go around, and everywhere we have a salt mine, this is going to be what happens. Then I want you to just make saline, please, out of just salt and water. And you eat 40 water a second. Why isn't this doing more than that? Oh no, you're doing the wrong recipe. Saline out of salt and water. There we go. Takes 2 seconds. It's 100 water a second, 100 saline a second. Probably be something like this. And all of you do that. Now hook up water. And we're going to copy and paste this all over the place. And all of this waste salt will be put to use. Okay. Right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. I said right there. Why do you not listen? Right there. Okay. Okay. And then, obviously, boom, boop, boop. All right, and then we'll have an out. We'll make a line. How much power are you going to need? A lot. It looks like these are using more power now. It's 1.5 megawatts. Am I out of windmills? For real? Really? I'm just completely out? Well, that's terrible. Because I need more. So many more. I feel like they up the power draw on stack inserters. And they're right to do it. And it's not high enough. The end. That's the end of my story. Stack inserters are real good. Yeah, they're a megawatt and a half now. They used to just be a full megawatt. I wonder when that changed. I wonder if that changed recently. And that's why my factory is suffering. They saw my factory, and they were made angry by it. And lo, they cursed the factory with windmill problems. Really, that doesn't reach. There we go. We have a saline water maker, and a rather powerful one. What we're going to do then is take all this, and you come with me, and we're just doing it again, right? Really? Oh. I don't really care where this goes. This is off in the frontier. So I want you to output priority to that side. I suppose I can put it the right way. Then we're going to build out the science center. We're probably going to build out the lab building in the city center, you know? There's lots of stuff to do. It's fun to have stuff to do. I should check in on fish. I haven't looked at fish in a while. Alright, so this has the potential to make a lot of saline. And we're going to have to buffer it. I'm going to put tanks down, I think. Where, oh where is saline tank? Right here. And low. It is low. And I can't just come down like that because, I mean, obviously, right? So let's go like here and see how transparent we are. And if we're not that transparent, let us suffer together to drag down this line. I haven't built anything in fluid storage in a long time. That's probably a problem, right? So many of the chemicals I'm making are just biofluid, but I'm also just not asking the question, you know? It's been a very long time since I've asked, well, should this go in fluid sorting? I've just been leaning real heavy on biofluid. So we'll see. We will see. Alright, and just run with saline water all the way south. Let nothing stop me. Into the hinterland. And just keep going. Now completely unhinged. Alright, so we want storage tanks, basically. Give me this, and you will be storage tank for you guys. And this is storage tank for you guys. They're going to be connected, so it doesn't really matter. I don't want to waste a drop. Because this is all about buffers right now. And you know, I say the buffer is always empty, and one should not trust the buffer. And this is true. However, I want to have a buffer here. I think it's going to make my life better until I get to the higher tech tier. Oh man, big cough. And we're going to do this in like 2 more salt mines, including one in the South Factory, which shouldn't be needed anywhere. All right, we have to now do a thing. This is primary production saline. Underflow 20. Underflow 20. There. And I kind of worry about that not having enough pumping power. You know? So maybe we fix that. We build a little station right here. Even though I don't think this is particularly good. There we go. Are we pumping? Yes. They're pumping as hard as they can, in fact. Alright, we're making a... I guess we just use a pump then. A pump wired into a measurement device known as a tank. And a pump. I suppose this is what we do. And then you have to be right there and enabled based on saline less than 20% would be like 6,000, right? There. And now you're pumping as hard as you can. Good question mark? What does this look like over here? So it's going to start. We're not going to be able to keep this pace up, which is fine. I just wanted to use these mines completely. In fact, let's not think about this at all right now. Let's just take all of this. I don't even think we have to take all of this. And then, yeah, we're making saline for the South Factory. South Factory has basically no purpose now. So this should all be redirected north at some point. Over here, we have another salt line from our oldest of salt mines right here. As you can see, it's not set up right. Alright, that's not how we want to do it. There we go. And I'm not even sure this is how we want to do it. Are you actually going? You are. Yes, okay. We're exceeding expectations right now. And that is all we can ask for. Output priority to that side. And then you just go on your way. And then like right here, look at us building South Factory again. Isn't that amazing? We're building the South Factory right now. Just like old times. We're stealing their salt. I wonder how much this is going to practically produce. Especially once it starts, the factory starts actually moving again, you know? So right there, there's your tank. Fill that up, friends. I have to drag a line quite far. This is probably going to run into fluid extents, isn't it? At least I can be a complete and utter barbarian running with this. There's a saline. This is saline water for the South Factory. And I suppose we shouldn't cross the lines, right? Try to remember what's going on. This place doesn't count, though. This is the wasteland. I can do whatever I want. There are no standards here. And then right here. Hook it up. Oh, no fluid extent problems. Alright. Hopefully this will be a counterweight for saline production. Like when the factory's going really well, we won't need this and it won't be happening. But when the factory is choking, this will kick on and save us. Maybe. Maybe we'll just make a sine wave of factory working, factory not working. Are we going at our full potential? Yes, we are. And eventually this is going to slow down, but that's fine. Full potential is all I ask for. Looks like it's not eating the whole line, which is weird to me. I would have thought it would be. Well, no, it's eating through the backup is what it's doing. Okay. I suppose that's going to be fine. I suppose that has to be fine. Let's take a look. Saline. All right. We had this problem. That's a lot of saline water right there. It's way over peak. And I'm not done yet. I'm going to add another one. Let's take a look at you, saline tanks. Probably should get rid of 2 of these. This is probably keeping it from being fully... well, saline is making its way out into the system. And now the big test. Are we actually making the seaweed again? No. Why is that? How is that? Where is that? How is that possible? I thought we had a direct saline line out. And I guess not? That seems like a terrible idea given how important saline water is in the factory. Where do you get your saline from? I haven't run a direct line for that. It's a critical input. Where does it come from? How does saline water form? Where? I bet you're just a biofluid. No way, it's right here. Alright, it's this line. Alright, this is what I'd expect to see. Oh, you're not participating in the system because you're coming off these guys. Okay, our direct line has to come off the tanks. Alright, hold on. Let's go fix that. It's very important that we grow seaweed with preference. So, our direct line is in a state of sin. It's coming off of a single maker, and this single maker isn't working right now. And so you see what happens, right? The world collapses. Yay! So what we'll do is we will just juke over, and we will try to get to the saline tanks directly, right? And hopefully this will make a better world. Like, can I tap into that line right there? I want to say I can. I want to say this works. Now we're tapping into the saline tank on the provider side, which is to say the input side. Oh. That's unfortunate. Alright. Underflow less than 20. This should work, right? This shouldn't just create a mess, right? It's pumping at 1200 a second. There we go. It's taking first dibs off this. It's actually fighting with this pump for this, but it really should be off this. To be perfectly correct. Maybe I just do that right now while I'm saying the words, right? Right here. Now it's taking from just the provider side. We can just pick that up. It didn't ruin anything, right? I didn't. There. And now saline comes out of provider side. Should at any rate. Here, let's trace the line again, because I just did some stuff I'm not confident in. Yeah. Okay, now I am again. Now I'm confident again. Alright, so if I go look up here, you should all be going. None of you are going, in fact. Okay. Alright. Struggle continues. There's a line somewhere in here. Right? Where do you get your saline? right over here, and we follow this, and it tees down. And that's what we have to look at. And you're working at very little. This is pumping very little. Did I mess something up? What's happening here? I don't understand. I do not understand. We're making saline at a rate. Would be lovely to efficiency mod that. And then crash it back into water and back and forth, back and forth. Making material out of nothing. Violating laws of physics. Okay. I'm going to pull up one of those. This is old style thinking right here. Oh, and I did that the wrong way. I just destroyed saline. Alright, it'll be fine. It's a drop in the ocean. Long term. Well, what is going on here? This is pumping at a rate at 73 a second. That is way too low for these things. Because this is making 100 a second, and it's just going to town. And the saline water is going somewhere. Because it's getting pumped right here, right? This guy's pumping at 1,000 a second. And this tank is not filling. Where is this going? What have I done? I have to have done something bad. Did I cross a pipe somewhere? Is it filling in somewhere else? No, it's coming in directly here. But this guy isn't pumping, so where is the saline going? Oh, it's probably going up this line. Here. Let's do an experiment. It's at 70 a second, and I pull that off, and now it's rising dramatically. Okay. Okay. So I put that back, and now it crashes out. So all the saline's being consumed up this line. We probably have a tremendous backlog somewhere. Which, makes sense. Well, wait a second. This line shouldn't be the one we're taking from. This should be... only receivers. But I suppose... we're filling up this stuff first. So I guess I just have to have faith in production for right now. Oh, here we are blowing up saline water for salt for hydroxide, which is not what I want to do. No, we're making chlorine is what we're doing right here, which I suppose we have to do. And this is just drinking up all the saline, all of it. Didn't I get a better way to make chlorine just a little while ago? Like, aren't we making lots of hydrogen chloride? No, we're not making anywhere near enough. All right, never mind. So, how to handle this situation? We are preferencing making chlorine when we should not be doing that. So I guess we have to install an order of events valve right here. No, but this could be coming both ways. It needs to be right by... see, look, we just made a lot of chlorine. And that's... So the factory is just comprehensively sick right now. I should stop investigating this. I should simply secure more saline water. Oh, now we got a problem in that. None of it is needed up there. So this is truly an intermittent source. This is a problem. This is going to be a pretty big long-term problem because I only have one more mine to bring online. That's going to be right here. Output to the... no, to the right. So I really just have to go find more salt mines, right? And then turn them into dedicated saline makers. I thought I had this problem solved, but looks like the answer is no there. Why did I do that? Why are things like they are? And then just shove a big tank right there, because this is what we do. And then you have to be tapped in. I need more... oh, you're not on. This has to go... oh, not over there. Yeah. Completely out. So this is a bigger problem than I thought it was going to be. Like, it's just kind of an enormous problem with how I thought it was going to be, but I thought I would be able to solve it by just taking this overflow. I didn't realize we were dumping it into... that's what's drinking down all the saline. It's all of the chlorine generation. And that's kind of required for the factory, right? And then right in here, friend. This has to underflow in. So problems continue. Underflow less than 20. All right, so you're working at full speed, actually. Oh, you're trying to drain the tank. It'll be all right in a second here. So now we go look at saline again. And it's crashed out because we worked our way through the buffer. And now we still don't have enough. Okay, so problems still exist here. And this is one of the big ones. We need to get more... we need more seaweed. I might have to just throw down basic seaweed makers in order to keep this full. I mean, they just take water and they make seaweed. So why would anyone complain about that? I'm trying to use the higher level. I had this thought long ago that just wasn't going to work out long term. And we're starting to get some. Maybe the tide has turned. Maybe I need to find another salt mine. I don't care where it is. Salt mine. Salt. All right. So that one is participating fully. This one is participating fully. This one participating fully. Doing the best it can. Okay. At a solid 50 a second. And most of that's just going straight into saline water for the factory. Any more down here? Like, I'll take that. You are not participating fully. I need more speed mods. And you are not participating fully. Should I just one-way the saline from the south factory? Well, who knows? Who knows how this would work? These are Mark 1s. I don't really have space to throw this down here, but I could throw it down right here. Alright, let's get this guy online. We'll be able to fit him in right there. If anything, we'll make land. And then this guy... hey, we'll just snake a belt onto this other belt. You know? We'll do it. We'll do it in the name of trying to fix this problem. Because these guys don't need this this stuff? I need it in the north. All right. Do I have the materials I need? I probably need a lot more pipe. Let's go work on the south factory, friends. You know, that's what everyone's here for. Let's go look on the south factory. Let's glance at science before we do that. See how the system's working and or not working. pt510 is not in progress. We are missing propolis and perogen. All of this needs to be gone over. Propolis is not going because... Looks like the inserters, we don't have universal religion at the moment. So the universal religion Pope right here is missing pt510 as an active participant. Why? What are you missing? We have a whale here ready to drop. Why have we not decided universal religion is not in play? We need more mech parts. Well, okay. I see what's going on here. So you guys need to be up a little bit. And that will cause a drop. There we go. So it was deadlocked based on things. Now we have achieved universal religion again. Yeah, now propolis is being made. Okay, good. So how many have we acquired? That's enough for a tech right there. Especially with vat brains. I need to rally all of this. Why are we not getting rid of this, of course? Because you don't... okay, you do need... Oh, wait, you can't get rid of the chitin? Ooh. Ooh, okay, we have to finish that. I built it fast and sloppy. We also have to get our Thurians going again. Might have to hand deliver the first shot of Logi Science and Chem Science and Automation Science. What we're going to do... Hi, friends. North Factory Invader here. Here to steal your resources in a way more permanent than the biters ever could. Happy to meet you. Good news. Good news. This means that the continuity of this area is now confirmed. We will not, in fact, be allowing you to rot out or be conquered. Bad news. You now serve the north. All right, output priority, go the other way. And then we're going to leap. Behold my technology. All right there. Just a saline water maker right here. We are wherever the salt is. Oh, and this is going to be a problem because this is it's a yellow belt. Ooh, and this is, well, okay, there's multiple problems with what's going on right here. In fact, I want you to stop. Can you just stop, please? And we're probably going to be running our way through diesel. Got a cough. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit of a situation, isn't it? So we're going to have to do this, and we're going to have to red belt the entire way. Which, you know, it's important to upgrade our friends. And we are friends here. There you go. There. Better? Looks like there's suddenly a draw here, too. Yeah. I want this cleared out. I want you not running. Why aren't you... How are you still running? You're not hooked up. Oh, it's got 3,000 inside of it. Well, okay. V. I can't flip it? I can rotate it and throw salt everywhere. Alright, I want to get rid of this stuff. So I guess we just kind of let this happen and we go work on the other one for a second. Where are you, other salt mine? Oh, suddenly you're being used. And this is a more intense situation, isn't it? I don't know what this means. So we're shoving it right here. We're going to assume everything's okay, right? Because what we're going to do now is all you guys are listening for A equals 1. Okay, so it's putting salt here. For the caravan network, first and foremost. I don't know if what I'm doing here is a good use of time. I mean, just overall. So what we're doing is this, and it's going to be wacky. I'm going to have to go get more belt. Alright, there you guys go. And you all have to respect A, I suppose. You are enabled when A is greater than or equal to 1. Alright, and now, when this all goes by, in the end, this is now salt that we can then take and use for ourselves. This is excess salt. Okay. So I'm kind of out of belt. I kind of have to go back up. And we're going to have to wend this through the factory. Here in beloved South Factory, where everything's a mess all the time. Alright, so. I am out of belt. I need a lot more belt to deal with that problem. So, okay, I gotta go north again. From the filthy factory right here. Then, before the end of the episode, I do have to set up labs. Even if I'm carting over science by hand, we have to start on science today. Soon, I say. Soon. So after we do this, science, I think. I think the first thing I'm going to research is Mark II furnaces. Let's just pick that right now. Like, I've been wanting this for so long, so badly, and it's such a big upgrade. This has to be first. Has to. Did I start it? Start it. Please start it. All right, it's not going, but it's gonna be there reminding me of what could be if I just sat down and played the game intelligently for once. Instead of doing what I'm doing here, scrapping up scraps of salt from the South Factory. I can't help it, they're sitting on the mines. And so we want to deal with this area here, which is now just no good. This is not how we do things anymore. No good. Pick it all up. We want a deposit. Right there. And then we just want to get it out, right? So we do this as per normal. And then we're going to join in with the other one somehow at some point. We're going to clip a critical... Here, we're using these. We have them in our inventory. They shall be used. Oh, wow. I used to live like this? That's kind of an eye-opener, isn't it? These things are pathetic. My standards have risen. All right. You get flipped back around again. And you actually get fueled again. All right, there you go. So this is now going full tilt. Good. And it's going to supply some extra. Good. And now I have to go find the other one. I actually need to take a little break right here. Need to be away from the computer for a small period of time. Right here. This is where we are quote-unquote working. This thing we're doing, we're going to call it work. Be right back. Alright, mission accomplished. Let's get back on this. This foolishness. Now, this does mean we're going to eventually have to subsidize the fuel lines down here. Right? Oh, look at my habits. Still jumping over this, even in the South factory. Because we're going to need to fuel these salt mines basically forever. Where am I going? Oh, further over that way. All right, I see it. So yeah, we'll jump this too. We'll be polite. We are polite extractors of resources from other factories. You know, that would be nice. Some sort of multiplayer system where you have to link up other people's factories to accomplish a goal. Like, I've always wanted to play some sort of game where it's more of a puzzle. Like, you only have a few tools and you need to fix the factory. And the factory is large and sprawling. And there's answers that look like they're correct, but they're not correct. Thank you, iPod. I don't know what you did, but I appreciate it. I guess we just do that, huh? Alright, and so now, what have I done? Alright, so every once in a while this fills up and it spits out some for saline, and saline is used locally first, but excess salt will be turned into saline for export. Maybe we better not tie in right there. Maybe there's a little too much competition right here. Maybe we better use 2 belts. That's an idea. But I don't think it's going to last. I think this line right here is just temporarily clogged. Yeah, we can see it coming back. Where is the snout? It's moving forward. Yeah, okay. So that'll eventually get just completely used up. I really should have 2 of these going, right? Because both of them could, here. This is unfortunate. I have to take this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then the mighty lift. Bam. And then that's mostly full, and now you're connected. But you're not now. So I take all this, flip it. No, wait, we can't do that because of, well, oh, I need washers? Well, that is kind of terrible, isn't it? Here, let's walk this all back, and then as I do that, I will go get washers and finish this off. Alright, there you go. Now I have to drag this all the way up to here, so it probably just goes out, right? And more washers, and then probably I try to go for 1 more, depending on what the state of the factory is. Just trying to get more and more diversity in my sources. Oh wait, this is actual biter land. Ooh, let's not build critical infrastructure out here. This is for real biter land. How is my landfill? Do I even have any landfill? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we kind of have a problem then, huh? Well, we have to come the other way then. Come with me. Lovely green water. Here, join this factory where we don't have vias everywhere. And it's full of pipes, and I just don't care anymore. We're just putting pipes wherever. Much of the south factory is going to have to be torn up for just UPS reasons. There's no need for it to exist, so it won't. Right now we're starting to get UPS dips. Like we're only going at like 55. Here, let's take a look. Oh, 57, 50. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. But I had seen it dip a little bit. And so I'm going to have to eventually rip this factory up, huh? Is that supposed to be like that? Did I do that at some point? Does it matter? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. We just need to get out. We need to get this out of here. Emergency saline evacuation. Then maybe I'll try to find one more salt mine one more pure salt mine if I can, to tie it into the system. Oh, isn't that perfect? Thanks, me at some point. Okay. And then, yeah, we should probably just head over, right? Bam. And we need more washers, and then we can call it done. All right, and this should probably just be a pump. Probably. It's probably what we need to do right here. Probably. Because I think it's going to go more than what I think. All right, so just right now the factory looks like it's woken up a little bit. And we're only getting scraps here. But that's okay, because we have another one going. And this one's going just fine. Looks like, in fact, it's sharing, but it's producing. And this one right here is again sharing. But I don't know if I can argue with this. All right, let's go take a look. Let's go get more washers, and then we'll review the system. Then after that, we really do have to work on science. More washers, please. Where are you? It's that one. Okay. We're gonna grab 2. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Oh, we got lots of kind of trash on us, don't we? Like, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. That's not what we want. We don't care about that. We don't care about these even. Or that. Okay, good. Let's go finish this build off, and then once again observe what we have done. The problem is this doesn't have the feel of finality to it. There's one, like, we're just kind of scraping by. I really need just dedicated salt mines to just get more saline water from salt in a reliable fashion. Alright, here we go. Is it eating this entire line? No, but it eventually will. And it's producing 100 saline a second. That's a lot of saline. Alright, let's take a look. We had this huge spike when we brought that online. We ate the entire belt. Now this is trending upwards. So we're around 140, 100. It's more than we were before by a good margin. How are we doing at what is supposed to be our primary saline maker? Right here. You guys are still not going at all. No, that guy's not hooked up at all. And that's still a drilling fluid problem, and it's going to be a while because that's ultimately an iron problem. And then we're going to run out of the guar gum. So I guess this is a better way of doing it. Even though it's costing fuel. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Next. Look at chlorine maker right here, and it's going as hard as it can. So that'll eventually fix that problem. You guys are still not getting your saline. We need to get still more. We have to take it higher. This is going to stop being quite like it is soon. So I need, oh hi, a lesson that they still hate us. The good saline recipe only comes with like space science and fracking, which is quite distressing. Are we filling up here when it comes to that? No. Okay, so we really are meeting none of our goals. Okay, all right. Time to build another module, I guess. Is that actually attached? No, it's a pipe. No, it is. It just looks weird. Alright, let's assume that's working okay. Let's do one more, and then we'll do science. Salt. So there's a lot right there. So you're pulling, but the salt is being used. So let's not touch that. There's this guy. And that could be just dedicated saline maker right there. I can push farther. Oh, there's this too. That one's probably better, honestly. Because we can hook it up to saline in here. There's a saline line right there and just plug it straight in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go get a salt mine, and it's just going to be a dedicated saline maker for up there. And hopefully this will serve as base saline. I don't know how this is going to work. We'll see. The problem is we got to get fuel up there, right? Oh, look, a salty rock right here, but it's on a walkway. Man, I wish I could just copy and paste that somewhere else. I can't be trusted, though. I'd paste it somewhere convenient. I want a salt mine. No. Right there, yes. And how are we going to fuel this is now the real question, because it needs liquid fuel in kind of absurd amounts. I could take it off of this. I'm probably going to do that. That really is putting... How could there be no salt mines up here? Why are they so rare? I guess we're going to do that, and then we're going to live with the consequences later on when I move something and I don't know what I did. Alright. Okay. Will do. Alright, so you, salt mine. Where are you? You're just going to be a dedicated structure, I think. Does it work like this? We're going to assume you work like that. Then we're going to go grab our washer facility. No need for the windmills. Because we are in civilization here, though it might not look like it. Alright, come on everybody, come with me. I wonder when they up the power on stack inserters. I suppose this is we gotta get on that. I wonder how we're doing on Nextlit batteries. If only there was a way to find out. Alright, and this is probably not great. I'm probably causing myself some sort of issue with this. Here, let's just rip all these down, right? This is, yeah. None of these need to be here. And you're just going to confuse me. It's all going to be so confusing. Then we'll work on science, and then we'll start trying to think about the lone stick in the wilderness. Then we will start thinking about order of events for the next science tier. I wonder why I haven't been brought grenades in a while. Have I just not had Logi Science on, or did I turn off demand? I don't know. Alright, here you go. Gasoline. Hopefully this works. There. Alright, we did do that right. We did do this right. Now we need a big local tank, like we do. And then we need now to... Yeah, I wonder why. Alright, so we've set that up. And this is gonna make... This should make a solid 500 saline a second when it's really up and running. I guess we just come straight south until we have a problem with that, right? Here's the moo corral I never finished setting up because I realized moos are really expensive. That probably held me back in the south factory quite a bit. If you want to slaughter for animal material, you really don't have a lot of choice but augs. It's going to be like somewhere around here. So where's our saline line? There's probably issues with what I'm doing here. Because it really is... I'm mixing primary consumers and secondary consumers. I really should attach it to here. I'm having remorse. I live in regret right now. We're not going to do it like this. This is going the wrong way. This is just going to cause me problems later. Look at this, everyone. Personal growth. I have identified a problem, and then I'm just going to avoid that problem. I'm going to stop and think. Then I'm going to do something else based on what I thought. This is honestly revolutionary. If I could have displayed this kind of attitude in school, I wouldn't end up playing Pyanodons. I would be doing something important. I could be president, I swear. I'd be a good president. I would do basically nothing. That's pretty much the core of the job. You have to impart the illusion of progress, and I can do that. The growth of the country would be intimately tied to... That's a lot of spolinen here. Oh, and you're stuffed up. You can't vent because you're full. That's a weird interaction. But it is full, so... It's not causing me a problem at this very moment. I think that's a side effect I did not... Now this looks like a problem. Oh, no, it's not a problem because we're full up on bone meal. We only process the ponies like this to get their precious, precious bone meal. It's just the best source of it, unfortunately, for the ponies. God, the ponies just have the worst life. Okay, the augs aren't doing great either. In fact, no one that comes into this factory can really be said to be enjoying their situation. Underflow less than 20, I think. Oh, sorry. I forgot. You can never do it right there. You gotta do it right there. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Fluid extents. helping me. So what should I call this? The Great Salt Network? Oh, we're almost there. We're going a long way here. Because we're going all the way over to seaweed. And then we're just going to tap in on the backside of that. And we're going to have problems because I don't... No, we don't have problems. We don't have any problems. You have problems. I don't have problems. And right here, like literally right here. There. Tapped in. That should be all the saline you guys need. And lo, they are all going now. And in fact, that is all the saline that they need. And we're starting to... This is going, that's going. All these guys down here, going? Yes, okay. For the time being, we may have addressed the saline water problem. These guys need to go faster. They're eating at 10 a second. And this is producing at 48 a second. Why isn't this clearing? Well, okay. Well, no. No, I don't understand. Oh, I guess it stopped for a while. And now we're getting out. Okay. I can believe that. Let's take a look one more time. Saline. There. That's a lot of saline. 330k a minute. That is a lot. Let's look at all the nodes. So right there, you're cranking. And then down here, we have these guys cranking. And a lot of it's overflowing right here, and that's good. And then right over here, lots being shared. No, this is all just going straight in right now. So that's good. Then we look to the south. This is all going to saline right now. We're very close to peak saline production. That's why I put the big buffers everywhere. So that even if we're overflowing, it stores. Like right here, we are donating a lot. Oh, I missed that. Looks like it's not hurting me though. And then this line's coming down here and it's joining more. And we have a very substantial line all going in here. And okay, so we're at very close. Well, okay, well, hold on. Before I say that, yeah, and these guys are going too. So this is like maximum saline production right now. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's going ever higher. Like 400k a minute. That's a lot of saline. No one should be lacking in saline right now. Yeah, this is fully pressurized. It's fully supplied. I wonder if I should adjust the internal pump to be a little faster. That's making it out to every place it needs to go. We're making primary chlorine. Not thrilled with this, but I guess I need the chlorine. Here, let's take a look at that. Chlorine. So we have a fraught history with that. That's fine for right now. Okay. Let's bring this back. Saline water ruining everything. Done. I'm declaring the end of the chores for the day, I think. Here, let's go look at fertilizer, which has been a big problem. Well, you're going. Looks like we just got another delivery. Because we can see, yeah, this guy's missing ash. And we got this guy waiting to drop. So yes, this problem is now finished, which means it's slowly going to back up through this problem. And then it's going to slowly back out through this problem. We need more Renea, which means more fertilizer. And we need that in order to get the sporopollenin. Here, just tell you to go. And we need that to have iron going. So it's going to be quite a while before this actually starts. Someone suggested that I actually make a temporary iron area. Just start smelting the slimed iron or the unslimed iron, whatever, this stuff, just to get some iron throughput. It's honestly not a terrible idea. Just emergency smelting right here. Why isn't it backed up the whole way? Well, maybe I should do that right now. Yeah, let's do that right now. We need oxygen furnaces. We need these things. We don't have them yet. So let's build out one more thing. Emergency iron. So come with me. Come with me now. And this gets dunked back. I'll see it again one day. Let's do emergency iron. It's gonna not be great, but it doesn't have to be great. It has to be working. You know? So all this, you all come with me. In fact, I want to say everything. Everything comes with me. And we're just going to line it up real nice right here. Hopefully this won't be forever. Hopefully. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to adhere to that, but hopefully this isn't forever. So we need to go get the unslimed iron right here. See, I can take advice. It is possible for me to output priority to that side. Yeah. Now we just drag this all the way down. And one day it's going to really suck to pull this whole thing up. Oh, and now we have an issue. No problem. We just kind of adjust. And we just keep going. And one day soon, these guys will come down here. And you don't do this recipe, you do a lesser recipe. Yeah. Yeah, the other one is really good, isn't it? Oh, did I need 2 more? Unfortunate. At least that is a short walk. At least this is a very short build. It should have immediate impact. There's not a lot more you can ask for. So, I'm working here? No, I'm working here. Then we want to hook up all these. Oh, you're already hooked up? How are you already hooked up? No, really, where are you getting that stuff from? I'm missing an efficiency mod. I don't have one. I guess we just live like that, huh? No, really, where's it getting its oxygen from? I guess it hooked up at some point right here because this is loose. And then it eventually stopped. Okay, I suppose. And that's hooked up. Then all you need is the materials, and they're right here. So, okay. There is that. Now I need you to leap for a little bit. Then we get out more. And we have emergency decay iron. For when the factory isn't working very well. Alright, is the iron getting out? No. Some of it is. Not all of it. Alright, good, good. And right there, and this will at least do something, right? You all get your oxygen. You're all working. None of you have any problems. Everything is beautiful forever, right? And this takes 1 unslimed iron and makes some molten iron. And so we're making, I don't know, 12 times 16. Yeah. Was that a roundish 200 a second? A round-ish? With an option for kicking it up higher whenever additives arrive? Okay. I suppose this is just the episode of compromises and fallbacks. Let's get science started. No more games. So let's consider our old science setup. Way down here, way long ago. I think we're just going to copy and paste that for right now because it seems kind of ideal, right? How can this be better? He asks. I don't think I'm going to have more vat brains. Not anytime soon. So we're going to start with this. Oh, and I also want to do counters. I kind of worry about pack penetration, especially on automation science. I wonder if there's any better way to do that. I can come from the other side and there'll be less consumers. I came here for labs. I don't know if we have any labs. Like, not here, you know? I also want to do a counter on every science pack, which I should have done before. I know we make labs, like, right over here somewhere. Here, where are you? Lab. Right there. Very early. So just walk out here and fetch some. Using our meat legs. Oh, we're going to need more. We're going to need more than that, even. I think we're up to 15. Can't remember. Let's find out, eh? So we have to center it properly. Oh, we need a vat brain. Oh, we have more in here? Huh. We have vat brain computer, which I'm not sure where we classified that. It could be in here. It could be in the warehouse. Or it could maybe not be in this warehouse. Huh. Where's it made? Vat brain. Vat brain biocomputer. It's an alien life. And I don't see it. Alright. Here, let's pull them in somewhere. I say right here, lab. 2 stacks of lab, please. And vat brain biocomputer. Bring me a stack of that. Really? None in the... Do we not make these? I don't believe that. Oh, we don't. We don't make these. Well, that's an oversight. All right, we just have to set this up somewhere. In some solitary area. I wonder how we're doing on the stuff. I don't see a good one. Right there. Here, you can be vat brain. Vat brain biocomputer. All right, so you need to get a washer in. What is this? You have to request washer Mark 1. So, washer Mark 1. Bring those in, please. Oh, you need brains. Maybe I hand feed this for a while, because I don't want these to be decaying, just hanging out here. Oh, we almost have enough to set up a new unit. of batteries. That's important. Yeah, I'm going to hand feed that for a bit. And I don't know what I'm going to do about the jerky situation. At least these don't decay very quickly. Yeah, right here. I could set some intelligence up to make it, like, clever. But that's not happening, is it? Here, let's get this junk out of there. Help, just a little bit. Why do I have lamps on me? I should stick those in here because I'm always needing lamps here. And then dump all the rest. Alright, so no. Probably many other things in here are no. That's a no. That's a no. I think that's about it. Alright, let's pretend. So vat brain on the way. While we wait for that and the labs to arrive. Why is... What's going on here? What is going on here? What are you doing? Did I do that? Was that something I was messing with? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go. It was right over here, yeah? No, it was one block south. Okay, lost in my own factory. What was going on here? Alright, and then those guys will take him then. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll allow you to carry them for me. Okay. Good. Good. So, we're going to need a lot of whales. Because I'm not going to entrust science to be carried by caravan. Too slow, I'm afraid. Alright, those labs will arrive. We got to work on these counting systems I want to do. I'm going to have to back up a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. How to do this? We have to take all of these. We're going to use this as just a demonstration area. And then I want you to read hand contents and pulse it. Right? Read hand contents and pulse. So, and then I want a arithmetic combinator, right? And we want a decider, I think. So we want these pulses to go in here. And I want you to... everything. No, it should be science pack. We're going to test you with automation science. +1. There we go. And then the output should be automation science pack. +0. +1. All right, so all these guys, and then it comes in right here, and then it's going to output that. But we also want to store it. So we have this coming into this, and we basically just want to AND it, right? Oh, wait a second. Maybe we don't need to do that. So it's coming out, but we also green line it in. No, that does this. Because this is always coming in. So maybe you don't. So this will add together everything that's in these hands. And we'll get this output. And then the output needs to also be added in. So maybe we need another combinator here. There's probably a much simpler way to do this I'm just not seeing. No, This will pulse, and then we need to get what we were having before. And what we have before is this signal, by definition. So we want to add this signal to this signal. And this signal will increase, but we don't want then this signal to increase. I may have to look this up. I'm not smart enough for this. So we can definitely do something like this. And the output comes in. And then we do a latch sort of structure, you know? Pack. Pack, where are you? Pack. How did I do this for my Arquad Queen counter? I know I set this up once before, so let's go take a look. So, right now, we've made near 500 queens, so this is set up to pulse, and then it comes in, and then queen plus red. And it's that simple, huh? And it's red just coming back into itself. What do I have on the other setup? Let's look at it. Let's attempt to learn from the wisdom of the ancients. So it's set up like that and set up back and forth. And then the signal is plus A. Oh, so the A signal comes in. Okay, I see how that works then. So this has to be plus... well, it can't be doing this. This is the last thing it has to be because, yeah, it gets really big really fast. So let's just do what we did down there. A. Output A. Number of automation equals plus A. And so we're just going to snag some of you guys. All right, we have 200. Our number should be 200. Oh, okay, let's pick it all back up. Just let them work. There. And then it should be 200 minus 8. So 192. Instead we got 2. No, it's taken in the hand. All right, so this is what we're going to do. And then I think we have to make a display. I don't think we make those anywhere. I might have to hand build a few. Which is shameful, but, you know, I've done far worse in my time. Display. Display. For that, I need just iron and circuits. So that's not bad. Let's have some nice handcrafting, except we're completely out of iron. Oh yeah, there's that small problem. Someone may be completely out of iron right now. I could go prospecting in the South Base if I have to. Yeah, completely out of iron. Alright, let's make some displays. Here, let's make a bunch of displays. Just click this button until there's no button left. There you go. Use up all that stuff. Oh, they stacked to 10? Oh, we got problems. Run. 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 Run to the warehouse before your hubris catches up with you. I guess we're just going to chuck them in here, right? Yep. Yep. Aware. Completely aware. Here's my box of displays. I hope you like it. Alright, we're going to go with that. Then we're going to come down here. And we're going to attach a display. Like right there. Like right there. And it's going to be the out. And the display... I don't know what we should do with this. How do I use these? We're going to play with this. Do I have to do this? Does this work? No label? Here. Automation. I'll know it's going to be science because, greater than 0. So what do we got happening right here? Are we displaying? No. How does this work? Oh, you're outputting A. Okay. So A is greater than 0. I want you to output A, right? With the... You're not really... Okay, it's displaying A. But I kind of want to show the number. How do I do that? Anything? How do I do that? How do I want to show the number? Oh, that's nice. I have a counter, but how do I display the counter? What do you do? Oh. Okay. I mean, that definitely works like that. But I probably don't want any message with this, right? So, like so, and then no message. Yeah, we just have automation right there. And we can see the signal, but I kind of want to display the signal, right? Right now it's displaying that. And if I display A, it'll just display an A. Maybe there's a better way to do this. This is a good start. All right, let's rework some of these areas. You are, of course, relieved. Cut. You guys are reversed. Then all you guys are updated. You have to be exactly like you were before. I want that. Give it to me. It will be mine. Alright, so this doesn't happen anymore. You guys will be something different. And this will go right here for right now. And your job is to count A. And this is to output that as that. And I guess this is okay. I guess this is how I want to do things. I really wish I could show the number on the map, All right, let's lend let's lend a hand right here. Pick up all this automation science. Pick up all this science in general, because we're going to want to start our counter over. I wonder if there's a way to get it to display on the map. There probably is, right? And I'm just going to have to ask the audience, essentially, until they tell me. Okay, please stop. I really shouldn't have ingested energy drink before trying to do this. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's time for a big old reset. I'm just going to stand here and I'm going to pick up all this science. Then we're going to import all this science and we're going to start researching before the end of the episode. But that probably will be the end of the episode. We'll do some light debugging somewhere. Give me all that. Give me all that. And we'll hook up these counters everywhere. Give me all of this. Just take a moment from our relentless rise to actually hook this up correctly. All right, so now you're starting and you can go like this. And now you're counting properly. If we look right here, yeah. Okay. We have counted, we're counting by lots. It's getting higher and higher. It's a full stacked belt, so wouldn't expect anything less. So now we just wire this up everywhere, huh? Well, everywhere one at a time. So we'll do military science right here. And then you are not going to be A. Well, you'll be A. It's fine. Being A is fine for you, but you'll be military science instead. So flip it. Oh, it has to be like this too. So, no, we have to reset. The counter is not true. Okay, good to know. Pick up all that. And now. You have to be like that. You have to be like that. And now we do this. There. And now we're counting our military science. Okay, good. And now we just kind of do that everywhere, right? And then bing, bing, bing. And we got to set you up with pi 1, pi 1. And then just wire it in. Bing, bing, bing. There. We have a counter. I'm not sure if I want these tags to be here, but there's no reason not to, right? Okay, so now it's time to get new guys in, huh? And I had... Okay, so this guy's coming. And this is going to be Vat Brains. I don't think I need to count Vat Brains. And this guy is not set. I don't think I made any decisions with that. I should get rid of all this inventory I have. Take that, take that. I have to get rid of all of these displays. Bup. Alright, let's gather together all of our bestest friends. Alright, I need whales, don't I? Alright, let's go get that. And they have to come from the south, and hopefully they're there. But the good news is, I should be able to... Here, we're going to put this on the list. Put this on the list. Finish biomall. Make whales. Alright, that's there. That's going to take a real interesting turn when it comes to delivering lard. But we're not going to deal with that right now. That's on the list. It's on the list to be... Oh, full up. Nice. No, I didn't bring enough space. I suppose on some level that's my fault. So the goal for the day, probably going to have a short episode. It's probably going to be a... Well, no. Actually, it's probably going to be exactly the length of the previous episodes. Normal episodes, rather. So I'm going to wire this up. We're going to continue to wire this up. And we want to count that too. Why did I do that? We want to count the vat brains. Boop, 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 boop. But it doesn't really matter, I suppose, especially since I'm going to be using better vat brains later. Like, it'll reset the counter. So 240 here, more than that here. All right, so we're not counting vat brains. So now it's time to get Logi Science in. That's what was brought in right here. Because Logi Science might need to have a full belt to itself, so it needs this exposure. So, Logi Science whale. You have a great duty to go get me Logi Science. And we have to make sure a lot of this ends up in our Arthurian bellies first. I want you to fill your cargo. I want you to come right here. And we don't really have enough, unfortunately. So maybe science doesn't start today. Because these are going to be a little more complicated, right? Because we have to preference Arthurians. So like so. So maybe we don't set up science. We don't actually research anything today. We just get to the edge of research. And do more setup like we should. Alright, so that's like that. And you have to be different. You have to be enabled only when this is greater than 3,000. Because that's how much we're going to be bringing to the Arthurians. I guess pi psi... No. I guess automation science also has to be like that. We only burn science for science after... after we don't have science for other stuff. Maybe that's the big accomplishment today. We set up the Arthurian whale. But why is Logi Science not going harder? What is going on down here? Why are we stopped? We have lost universal religion, I see. No bio-ore. That's kind of a problem, isn't it? And that's... Why is this a problem? Why have we lost the universal religion? We have substrate. We have all the things. Why? Why? We have lots of bio-ore right here. Oh, it's rotting out, unfortunately. Turning to biocarnations as we speak. There's going to be a lot of that while we adjust. But don't think about that. See, this is fine. Oh, it doesn't have 1,000 in it. Is that why? Where is the bio-ore universal religion decider? Right here? We need a lot more vinyl acetate than we're showing. Oh, we're very low on that. Okay, let's go take a look. This is going to be very stutter stop for a very long time as I work out all of these problems. I mean, it's probably iron related. Why would it not be iron related? I can never find this stuff when I need it. It's right there, vinyl acetate. Why aren't you guys going? No processed fatty acids, and that's because we have to wait for the factory to start back up again. So, okay, there's not going to be any science today. We're just going to get to the edge of science. So if that's where Logi Science goes, we'll put Chem Science right here. And you have to get the exact same treatment. Oh, you also have to read in that science from there. Let's not forget that. Well, wait. No, friend. No, don't do that. Because you're attached to the input right here. I suppose that's just getting A. It can't be polluted on this, so it has to be like so. And so the pulse will go on red. But you'll read off the circuit network. Okay, I'm just going to assume that's all right. I can't tell. And you guys have to be like this. And we'll see if this is getting out of control. It is not. That is correct. 18K, you can go. You are going. Okay, so that's good. And then we do that for Logi Science. We also have to do it for Chem Science. And that's what we're doing right here. So in to the counter, and then out to the regulator. There. Now this whale's ready to go. Mr. Whale, I want you to be whale hungry. Mr. Whale, I want you... So it's going to be a while before we actually start up science. Oh, wait, you're already here. We already have one. Back in the bin. Here, you must go and deliver. And then this guy, I want you... Yeah, okay, we already set that up. So I want you to go and deliver. So have we done anything else? Military science is set up. Pi-Sci 1 is set up. We just did Logi Science. The cost of this stopping is very high, just in expensive things rotting. So we need to establish Pi-Sci 2, which is also going to be under this regime. So I guess you got to go right here. Probably just exactly like this, because it needs to be preserved for making whales. So you are going to be not this, but this. And then that. And then that. Good, right? Yeah. Let's go see if I set up a whale there. I don't think I ever did. So yeah, we're going to be building this up for a few episodes before science actually starts. That's all right. All right, I want you to go get pt510. You're still a special whale. You just have a different assignment. Fill that cargo and then come right here and then empty that cargo. Let's take a brief look at Saline. How are we doing here? Much less than normal. Wonder if our buffers are full. Just glance down. No, we're still making as hard as we can. Huh. That's not what I wanted to see, frankly. I wanted to see buffers full all the way down to this, and that's not what I'm getting right now. Well, this isn't the greatest. Let me go look at this other one. I mean, at least we're making lots and lots of saline at the cost of lots and lots of fuel. Hopefully that works out. It's like, why are you... Oh, why are you up? Oh, probably because it's just completely pressurizing this area up here. All right, that's good. So we have a preferential saline maker for right here. These guys will never be short, which is very important because it's kind of a base commodity for the factory. So look here at fertilizer. Why are we stopped here? We're delivering. It'll be all right. We're all going at the moment. This guy's coming back. Let's go take a look at the fertilizer area. No, that's different. That's hydroxide's a problem. Fertilizer's a problem. Fertilizer just arrived though, so this is slowly working out. And if we go look at Renea, Renea's not working out. Because we're waiting for gravel of all things. Well, I suppose that makes sense. We don't really have the iron, do we? And if we go look at our emergency iron, it's going. We are making sticks occasionally. And the arrival of that will actually do quite a lot, I think. So the factory is just a huge problem right now. From A to Z. It's going to take a long time to pick itself back up. Yeah, waste brains for a vat brains. Sure, that's going to happen. Betting needs to happen for that, and that's not, because this guy is waiting for Calc of all things. Is Calc not going because no fertilizer? Yeah, so no, it has fertilizer. It doesn't have this guy. This guy's waiting for sand. We might have to address that with a native sand maker. Not sure. Or I could just let it go and eventually it'll get done, right? I mean, look at this. It'll eventually get done. It's made a whole stack of iron sticks right there. Oh, this guy already... There's one delivering? Has delivered? You were full of sticks just a moment ago. Probably I clicked on the other one. Yeah. Here, let's just kick you and have you go that way. Anyway, this whale, you want to be kicked. Just to bring it in. And then we want to make sure our Thurians is going. That's our next step. And I guess the next pack is right here. I don't think we preserve pt510 for anything. So let's just go get them in. And then you are like this, this, and this. And you are not like that. And you are just pt510. Into the ecosystem. That's 4, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah. All right, there you go, right there. And now we need a whale for you. Be whale hungry. And then you go down to science area, pick up science. Yeah, this is all very expensive stuff rotting out. We'll have to work on it. And then empty your cargo. What's kind of scary is I might be going through buffers and I'm just kind of wasting this stuff. So that's like that. All right, so now that we have brought in all of our stuff here, let's... Okay, wait a second. Let's turn personal logistics off. We have to make a hand delivery right here. Bang. Hand delivery of that. And that. And then also automation science. And we're going to make Arthurians again, because we need that to be going for all this to work. And then we'll set up a whale to do this in a more permanent way. Maybe a caravan. We're going to look at how much it consumes. Wait, we're going to recruit the caravan from the south. We actually have to repair the Arthurian area, right? Just got attacked. Right, anyway. You get in, you get in, you get in. And that's putting all that on there. And then we're going to finally start making Arthurian cubs again. That'll make Arthurians. That'll start feeding Cridrons. Don't think about that. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. Researching next level Arthurians is also something I need to do. Oh, we can prod this? Well, it doesn't do that much right now, but soon. Soon it will. All right, this guy. You have a new job. All of this is done. You need to go to science lab. And I need you to grab automation science. Load items until caravan has automation science. Then I need you to go to chem science. Load items until you have chem science. 2000. Thank you, thank you. Then I want you to go here to logi science. Logi science. 2000. There. Please start that. All right, good. So all of you going. And then how long does it take? 50 seconds. Well, it's pulling stuff in. All right, don't think about any of this. Let's take a look at cotton guts. Well, all of this is kind of in ruins right now because we lost iron, but I'll look at it anyway. I'll probably just start wrapping up, right? Maybe we'll look over science one more time. There's stuff we have to do down there anyway. Yeah, let's go fiddle with the science center. Where did I do cotton guts? I could have sworn it was over here. It's like one of the last things I did. Moose, Arthurians, cotton guts. Well, these guys look like they don't have any problem whatsoever yet. Let's go play with our toys. You're waiting for Logi Science, and that's waiting for the arrival of Universal Religion, which isn't going to happen until the factory is back online as a whole. So we might be like 3 or 4 days out from actually researching. But that's fine. The critical thing is I preserved all the Logi Science we've already made. I don't like this. I want to fix it. Oh, I left all my stuff behind. The critical thing is I have preserved all of the Logi Science we made. And then I can take that and turn it into Arthurians, which will just keep the cycle going whenever it catches back up. It will catch back up eventually. Has anyone made a vat brain yet? Did I requested that next to, yeah, 1 vat brain. Thank you. Oh, I can also fill in those phytoplankton things that have been waiting. So let's go do that. How many do we need? 6? Okay. Back in bot. And we will go fiddle with science for a little bit. And then we'll just call it. Today was all about saline water emergencies. That's a lot of saline water being made. I really want that stick maker to go. That'll help a lot once that pushes forward. I don't want to touch it. This idea of having an emergency iron maker was a good one. Glad I listened to that. I'm glad I'm still capable of learning in some way. Yeah, these guys. Did one of you already go? Sure looks like it. If we go here, we look through your eyes to here, and there's just a bunch of guys waiting. So, we suffer through this. We suffer. Maybe I should prioritize iron to over here before it gets upgraded into steel. I mean, at least when it comes to this situation. Okay. So we'll do this instead. You will only overflow in. Well, that doesn't work. It has to be both or nothing. So what I'll do... Oh, there's plenty of ways for it to get out. Oh, wonderful. And that's upgrading to steel, and we really don't want to do that right now. We really want to focus on iron. Iron and iron products. Oh, we have 2 of these. We don't need that. Or rather, we need them on the other side. Buffers are important. For right now, for what I'm doing right now, buffers are not helpful. Then paste one more time. Alright, and then these guys go across here, and you should be focusing on the little stuff all the time now. Okay, good. This is good because this is foundational, because this is a whole lot of very basic stuff comes out of this, so it needs to happen first. So, good, I suppose. And now on the other side right here, how are you still going? Oh, we produced enough to satisfy all that, but not enough to satisfy all these? Okay, I believe that. So I want to, right here, do a thing. I want those buffers to be back. But I want them to be on the other side. You know? There should be nothing in these right now. But, yeah, okay. That's a better priority, I think. Especially filling this up. Yeah, okay, that's going to help with just basic stuff all over. I'm going to play with science, right? Because there's trailing stuff I know I had to do. And then we'll end the episode really comfy. It's like right here in particular. You're putting Pi Science 3 out. But there was something else. I wanted to... We shouldn't wait to have... Yeah, look at this. They waited so long with Perogen in their hands. So what I really want is this setup. You are only filtered to Chores and Perogen. And you are filtered to opposite of that. Yeah. That's more efficient. And I'm going to have to obviously fix a lot of this. Oh, I don't have a chitin out right now. I should probably do that, right? Especially since it's going to be jammed. Yeah, look at that. That is actually going to... It is jammed. Okay. Okay, we have work to do here. So this in goes right there, and that in goes right there. And so you have to only be taking that. And we have to put a buddy next to you who has to be only not that. There you go. Okay, that's better. So let's just decorate this properly. And then we have to put one more out. And we're going to be fiddling with this like this constantly. All right, well. So are we actually just adding a whole bunch of... Okay, so we actually had a real problem here. You should start too. Now that I've set that up. All right, so we liberate a lot of chitin. So we have to establish a chitin attendant. And I think we have to establish a biocrud attendant too. Yeah, this is a lot of dead mice. This is a lot of waste. We really gotta fix the factory. Number one priority. And I want you to just dunk that right here. Empty that cargo. That's the same thing the other guy is going to be doing too. Thank you. Then we have a biomass collector. And I guess we're collecting that nicely as well. Dinosaur hungry right here. Fill cargo. And then all the way up and you do the exact same thing. And we got cages in there because of the problem I had. I'll go scoop that up before the end. And once again, let's just review. Our problem is no vinyl acetate, and that's because we're not slaughtering animals right now. And so this will be dormant until that time. However, when that time finally comes again, we'll have our apex animal, the Arthurian, right here, ready for them. Okay, good. They're not made very fast, but hopefully it's made fast enough. We're going to go grab those cages, and that's going to be it. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been not a great episode, but it also hasn't been a freakishly manic episode like I've had before. Like last episode. Last episode was intense. Maybe I should just be grateful that I'm not doing that over and over and over again. Where do I have cages? There. More cages. So we set up the beginning of science right here. I'm not entirely certain about this. Because I know these guys at very least... Well, okay. Here, we can fiddle with this a little more. Where are these power poles? We don't do this like this anymore. It has to be... Why don't I put them in the center? Why would I not do that? Why would I be dumb? Why would dumb is? Why not dumb? Why? So what we'll do here... So I don't know how... I'm not optimistic for getting lots of vat brain production. So we'll just do this, right? And this will get 5 blocks in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this kind of already doesn't work. Well, no. Well, wait a second. This actually doesn't work. Because we're going to be bringing in... What's going on here? I don't want that. No ghosts. No ghosts. No ghosts. Where are the ghosts hiding? No ghosts. No ghosts. Do you hear me? No ghosts. Am I out of... What am I out of? What are we crying for? Alright, so the imperative here is to get this in range of all these guys. And it looks like it is. I don't know. How far do you extend outside that? Okay, and more, please. God, I hate these worst buildings in the game. So even if I squish these together more, we wouldn't be able to get any more efficiency out of these vat brains. We're gonna be limited by vat brain. What are you crying for? What are you? Okay, right there. Found another one. Found another one. Why are there all these ghost requests? Are there more hiding over here? Have I mentioned that I dislike labs? I can't see anything working around here. But like, you can see it right there. There's a thing right there. Okay. Two more. Two more. Where are you? One right there. One more. Down here somewhere. Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Where is it hiding, everybody? It's not here. There's a blinking... Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a mechanical inserter. Oh, that's what it's complaining about. All right, this guy has to be regulated. We're obviously not doing that quite yet, but it will be regulated. All right, so I guess the problem is what happens when it can't insert half the belt? Because we have half belts right here, right? Like right here. So if it scoops up and it's out of one, I guess it's just out of one and it doesn't scoop up the other. And then it just propagates like that and we hope it works. I can always add more hands. We can always just... Here, we can observe this. And we can add more hands. And we can also get more stack size. So maybe this is okay. Alright, so what'll happen is... Now that we have this set up nice, we're going to wire up that hand so that we're going to have a big distribution system here. That's going to be... I don't know if I have enough room for that. I'm going to have to scoot all this up. Because we have... How many belts right now? 1, 2, 3... Maybe more. Probably one more after that. I want this guy to drop. And this guy... Where is my pi-sci 3 guy? I want you to drop. Alright, we're getting closer to science. Ever so slowly. Alright, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm over time. It's time to be done. Let's just wrap this up, and then next time we'll get closer to being science going. Smelters is a lie right here. Don't pay attention to it. There's going to be a lot of just, I think like probably 10 episodes after this, and all that these episodes are going to be are fixing up the factory to deal with its current draws. There isn't going to be a huge surge of progress to to production science immediately. It's coming. But hopefully now that I'm working with everything from... Oh, not even... And right over there, right over there, right over there. And now I'm still not at the correct zoom level. How is this possible? Okay, I missed it again. I need help. I need help. I need serious help from an adult. Okay, right there. I think that's it. I think I finally found it. Yeah, that's the proper zoom level. Okay. 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 And now, print screen. Print screen. And look, right there, we have our H. Isn't that nice? I figured out what I'm doing with this, by the way. And it's going to require some modding on my end, unfortunately, but I know what I'm going to do with this building. Don't worry about it. It's going to be funny. So, I'm going to get it done before the 1200-hour report. So that's, I've got plenty of episodes to get this done. I got plans. Anyway, what did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? Today was kind of like the calm after the storm. The storm's setting up all the science stuff. Science is stopped right now in every way that matters because iron ran out, because saline ran out, because we had a whole bunch of weird interdependencies. Agriculture is offline. Animal husbandry is offline. We need to get more fertilizer and more bedding. And that was all blocked, I think, both by saline and not enough seaweed. We went around in every salt mine I could find within range. We are now skimming off all excess salt and turning it into saline. This one's new. It's all going into saline. We even worked in the South Factory a bit, upgrading their salt mines and then skimming off the salt so it's saline water for the North Factory. This will work in concert with the drilling fluid method, and hopefully that will just, the saline problems are gone for a very long time now. After that, we just kind of puttered around. Arthurians are going again, and that's very important. Arthurians will then go into Cridorans. Cridorans will go into science, and that will keep going. All of this is still way too interdependent. And it's going to cause me problems. I just don't know what I'm going to do about that. So it's what you got, friends. Next episode, and we started wiring up this. We wired up counters for all of the sciences. So we will count them as they float by. They're all gathered together in the central place here. And we've imported our first lab. We're going to get that set up. We're not ready to research yet because we don't have enough logi science. It's going to be like 2 or 3 more episodes, I think, before we are actually ready to go. And that's fine. There's no rush here. In the meantime, I'll just putter around getting the factory stood back up. And then if I hit the end and I still aren't researching anything, I'll do lithium. We have to go do advanced coding, and I've got plenty of other stuff. We probably have Naven's uplifting that's ready by now. Probably should have gone and dealt with that, but I didn't. Whatever. Anyway, things are great. Everything is fine in the factory, and I feel fine. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.